Donald Trump has once again left allies shocked, this time during a meeting with Finland's president when he casually suggested expelling Spain from NATO. It's the latest reckless move in a pattern of undermining U.S. credibility abroad while pushing chaos at home. But before we get to that, let's look at how Trump's domestic actions are also raising alarms.
We've also heard from the President of the United States yesterday when he threatened to withhold back pay for our federal workers. And I want to be clear that those comments are reckless, those comments are irresponsible, and importantly, those comments are illegal. To our federal workers, I'm sorry for them. I'm sorry that Washington seemingly cannot perform basic functions that states have to perform every single day. I'm sorry that Washington cannot seem to perform basic functions that your families are performing every single day. That we are talking about public servants, people who have dedicated their lives to this country, people who have taken an oath to make sure that airline safety is paramount, that we have a beautiful airport for people to be able to come and visit and witness, that we have federal workers all across the state who are doing things like making sure that our food is safe, that our critical infrastructure is protected, that veterans are getting the supports that they need, and not to mention the fact that 1 in 4 federal workers is a military veteran. But I can tell you one thing for sure. As you see, you're walking around here, our BWI workers are still here. They're on the job. But unfortunately, because of this situation, the majority of them are right now working without pay.
Threatening to cut off pay to federal employees isn't just cruel, it's illegal. And governors across the country are warning Trump's actions are destabilizing national security, too.
I filed that amicus brief last night to make very, very clear that the Pennsylvania National Guard, under the leadership of General Pippy, is under my command. I'm the Commander-in-Chief of the Pennsylvania National Guard. And we use the Guard responsibly, and we are grateful to our Guardsmen and women for the important work that they do here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I think the way the President has chosen to deploy the Guard in other states, and in at least one case, deploy the Guard of one state into another state, Texas into Illinois, is extremely dangerous. I will tell you, as both the Commander-in-Chief of the Pennsylvania National Guard, along with the former Chief Law Enforcement Officer of this Commonwealth, Pennsylvanian safety is paramount. And the way in which the President of the United States has engaged on this Guard issue does not make us more safe. It creates chaos and real danger.
So governors are saying it. Trump's reckless use of the National Guard doesn't protect Americans. It endangers them. And then came his NATO bombshell. During a press conference with Finland's president, Trump suggested a NATO ally should be thrown out of the alliance altogether.
I requested that they pay 5%, not 2%. And most people thought that was not going to happen, and it happened virtually unanimously. We had one laggard. It was Spain. Spain. You have to call them and find why are they a laggard. And they're doing well, too. You know, the funny thing, because of a lot of the things we've done, they're doing fine. They have no excuse not to do this, but that's all right. Maybe you should throw them out of NATO, frankly.
The president of Finland looked visibly stunned as Trump said it. Spain has been a NATO member since 1982, contributing to missions and operations for decades, yet Trump tossed out the idea of expelling them because he thinks they don't pay enough. Here's the reality. NATO doesn't work like a country club where members pay fees. It's a mutual defense pact built on unity against shared threats. Only once has Article 5 been invoked, after the 9/11 attacks, and every NATO ally rushed to America's defense. For Trump to threaten that solidarity at a time of Russian aggression is reckless and destabilizing. Finland and Sweden only recently joined NATO to protect themselves from Moscow's war in Ukraine, and yet Trump is undermining the very alliance they joined, treating allies like tenants who can be evicted on a whim. For Americans, the danger is clear. Trump's obsession with loyalty tests and money games isn't just embarrassing on the world stage, it puts U.S. security at risk. This is why NATO leaders are quietly questioning whether America under Trump can still be trusted. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Frontline Democrats, hit the notification bell, and drop a comment below. What do you think Trump's NATO outburst means for America's standing in the world?